Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Phyllis Kuhn, and I'm president of Kuhn Copper Solutions. We're located in Largo, Florida. Our website is www.kuhncoppersolutions.org. Today we're going to talk about what causes red tide and how you can protect yourself against it. Red tide is an algae that proliferates in water when the nutrients are very high. This is not a new phenomenon. As a matter of fact, the Spanish explorers back in the 1500s even mentioned it in their records. When there is enough of a wind, what will happen is the waves crash on the shore and they break apart the algae, and that releases what they call a symphony of toxins. They're called brevetoxins. If the wind is just right, it can carry the toxins as much as 3 miles inland, and it causes a lot of respiratory distress among humans and pets alike. Now, what can we do to protect ourselves from it? Well, we found, in fact, quite by accident, that our Kuhn copper mesh mask can help protect against the deleterious effects of red tide. And how could it possibly do that? You see, it's a very fine mesh. Well, the mesh has small pore size, 140 microns, so we think some of the particles are blocked. The mesh is also positively charged. The algae are negatively charged, so they can be trapped on the mask. And there is a process called complexation. And what can happen is brevetoxins, once they are in contact with the copper, undergo a process called complexation and can render them harmless. Here we have a copper mesh mask. Now, this mask will work if you're out walking about and you wear it. What it will do is immediately stop the hacking and coughing associated with red tide. If there's a very strong wind blowing on your hand, what you want to do is put any kind of a mask over it, a surgical mask, etc. Because if the wind is blowing strong enough, you can actually force the toxins through the mesh. But again, if it's calm, the mask is fine. Now, this isn't to enable you to stay on the beach for hours at a time. It's enabling you to get off the beach, because if you're sensitive to red tide, you really don't want to stay in it. So the mask works quite well. The mask also works, we found, for allergies, preventing the coughing, sneezing, dripping nose with allergies. It works well for protections against colds as well. The other product we have is a small filter. It's a copper mesh filter. You get 2 to a pack, and it can be removed from the pack and put inside of any mask. And yes, it will work and help protect. Now, if you glue this to the mask, if you do it several times, that glue is going to fail. So what we do is provide little clips for you so you can actually clip your mask. You can clip the insert into your mask for many more hours of wear.